final game of the Cognitive Academy portion of this Combine setup. So these is the last shot for these players, and we'll be jumping right in here as we're going to introduce the blue team. Hunbats being played by Nariat in the jungle role. Rama being played by Jess. I'm just going to call him Jess. In the ADC role, Sylvanas being played by Omega Cam. In the support role, and Bakasura being played by Good Guy Mark Solo, and then Poseidon being played by Kraken KO. So very poignant there with his Kraken in his name while playing Poseidon.
Over on the red side, we've got Circuit, which will be played by Findings in the Jungle. Best Easy Real EU will be playing Rama in the ADC role. Neverlife, the support, Athena. Mango will be playing the Sun Wukong in the solo lane. And Debilinator will be playing Isis in the mid lane, as there's a big grouping on the left-hand side here to start the game. All 5 members of Blue are there. This is obviously going to be a red invade, as they're looking just to go ahead and...
They're going to do Gold Fury!
No! All the Hogs are down. Sylvanas is the last one with Hog 2. There it is, and the Gold Fury is secured in 20 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, putting them up 1,300. What just happened? Wow.
Wow. That was very, very fancy. And that puts them in an awkward start. I mean, they do hit level 2 very quickly. Now they're going to go ahead and clear out their buffs, the major buffs. Poseidon's not going to bother with his damage buff just yet. Hunbats and Bakasura are just going to head on over to the lane. But that was silly. That was silly. I mean, it just really jacked them up to a 1,000 gold lead in 12 seconds.
Kind of got to be wondering what's going on if Red Team has any sort of awareness. Like, if they look at the chart, they got to be like, whoa, what just happened here? And as you said, all the buffs still available to take, so... And they didn't take any damage. I mean, all 5 members were there. Sylvanas tanked it up the best he could. He obviously got his heal, so he did I mean, that was a great job. 3 Hogs were out there, so they were able to secure it. And then they'll have their buffs to go ahead and do it. So, I mean, Red Team has their work cut out for them as they'll start the game behind a Gold Fury.
I mean, looking at the experience difference, it gave them a quick jack and experience difference, and now they're pretty much evened out. So it'll come back into the blue team's favor once they clear out the rest of their buffs. The Circuit and Isis are looking to invade on their own on the back Harpies. They don't even know that the red buff's still up, I don't think, or they're not willing to try it yet. Bakasura and Hunbats.
This could be first blood as Rama does roll in there. Best Easy was able to go ahead and get that kill as he rolled forward, and Athena did taunt. It was a nice taunt play by the red team over there. So they'll take first blood, which will pretty much, negate everything that's happened, as blue team is still going to be ahead a little bit in gold, but experience going to be on the red-hand side now. So Jess going to have to watch out as he's going to be in a 2v1 scenario here.
Now they're going to go and steal that red buff. Circuit and Isis heading that way. The Hog is available on Circuit. Take that one up.
This is exactly what Red needed to do. If they were going to take that Gold Fury at level 1 like they did, they needed to make sure that they got all these buffs, and they're attempting to. Big fight here happening at the red buff. Neverlife will miss that taunt as Nerat will try to go ahead and take out the Circuit, but can't catch up.
Dina may go down here. The Spirit Ball, no good.
If Easy can hit 5 fast enough and he gets his ultimate up, if he gets, he's not going to be able to hit 5, I was going to say, because he could definitely clean up somebody. I don't know if he has enough mana for it. He could probably.
Oh, Ezreal gets rooted, but no pull on line. Rama up in the air. He's going to look for it. 1, 2. Oh, he misses the last one, securing the kill for himself. Left mid's going to go to red, as Athena in a tight spot here. He's going to dash out, be all right. Circuit looking for the counter engagement. Gets a nice taunt, but will not be not going to put out enough damage to get a kill there. Sun Wukong doing his job over in the right lane, just taking out a bunch of stuff. Bakasura sent back to base, using the teleport to get back to the lane, and he will be hitting 5 here now. But right now, Sun Wukong's got the lead. I don't know if this early Gold Fury was really worth the getting put behind like they are right now. There's the Kraken, and there is the silly slow mode. It will be enough to clean up Findings, putting her 1 death behind. So red team not that far in the lead anymore, as Findings will fall, but it is 1-2 in favor of red.
What do you think that early shenanigans? Like, honestly, like, if maybe they could have pulled it out a little differently and secured their buffs faster, maybe a little bit of...
I'm not sure if maybe it would have been better to just I don't know. I mean, how do you really deal with that? That's the problem.
I mean, it seemed like it was working out at first. You know, it wasn't too bad. But then all of a sudden, Red was able to go ahead and capitalize by getting the buffs that were left in the camps. And it just seemed like that propelled them into the XP difference. And, you know, giving up First Blood kind of jumped up the duo lane side over there. So that's kind of giving them a jump. But overall, I still think it was a good play. If they maybe would have got their camps in the last week, we'd be better off. But wow, Serket able to find a kill on Baka. Wasn't even looking over there as I was on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Serket and Sun Wukong both very low. I'm betting what happened was Baka used his ultimate, went on to Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong went up into his cloud. Serket came in and then tried to clean that up, taking quite a bit of damage herself. They need to leave, though. Hunbats is on his way over. He's going to look to clean up any experience that's left laying around, which is going to be these back archers right now. Bakasura heading his way back to the lane. But looking at the Iron Mail being built by Sun Wukong, I believe he's going to turn that into a Mystical Mail as soon as he gets his boots finished. Probably going to wait for his boots first so that way he has the mobility and ways to deal with Hunbats, or not Hunbats, but Sun Wukong. Oh my god. Bakasura! That god. He's going to look for ways to deal with that, not sit in his ultimate for too long, and not have to worry about the cloud being his only escape. But it is the best escape against a Bakasura.
Well, Gold Fury is back down again. So now at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, this will be the second Gold Fury that is available, as the first one has been pretty much erased by Red Team. They've taken the lead in experience, they've taken the lead in gold. So that first Gold Fury shenanigans kind of erased very quickly by the farming and the 3 kills that Red Team does have over Blue. But if Blue can secure the second one, you know, that's just a lot of momentum going their way. They'll go ahead and put themselves back into the lead relatively easily. So we'll see what ends up happening. If both teams have it warded, no sentries available right now for it. So just 2 regular wards. Mid-camp spawning here in about 5 seconds, so we'll see. This will be the next point. See if Blue Team can secure these. These Blue mid-camps are going to be big for Blue if they want to try to push that little lead that Red Team has, you know, down.
Never Life really late to the mid-camps, kind of on a slow rotation. Rama also rotating with her, so they could look to fight at this right mids here.
Kraken is up, and that's a huge, you know what that is. When you play that Poseidon mid at mid-camps, it's a huge ability. And here it is.
Try to use Circle of Protection to save her from that Kraken, but it won't be quite enough. Mid-camp's not sure who they went to, but it will cost them a Sylvanas and very shortly a Hunbats as he jumped at the right time, but the last shot is going to be able to clean that up. Very nice shooting there by Texas Hold'em. Not Texas Hold'em, but just Tex there. And Bakasura under tower in the right lane as the mids will actually go to the... Ooh, Bakasura ulting the decoy. And he's going to turn his attention to Mango, who's going to stun him out, and it's a very dangerous game here.
Using good guy Marcus, trying to use those minions to the best he can, but he has to be careful. The cudgel! Oh, the range on the cudgel is so ridiculous. You have to remember that he has that. He had plenty of mana. That little bit of a misplay over there by good guy Marquez. Poseidon will try to go ahead and clean this up with the tridents. 72 transformations. He'll just go ahead and float his way on out of there as... Wow, Mango able to come away with a really lucky solo kill over there on the right-hand side of the map and keep the lead up that Red Team has.
Nah, not lucky. He had that planned out, totally. I mean, he probably wasn't expecting Bakasura to ult the decoy and then, you know, go... He was probably planning to ult the decoy, take it down. Well, Baka was very low. The decoy could have killed him. So...
Well, Blue Team needs to go ahead and really catch up on the kills. That's what really messed them up right now is the fact that they're down 4 kills. So if they can go ahead and see what's going on, as Sylvanas will hit the root but miss the pull. That's normally not what you see happen. And bam, Serket just using Deathbane right there. She'll go ahead and ult for Sylvanas. No healing for him as he'll just go ahead and get erased. Jess will go ahead and get taunted, and auto attacks will be landing for best as you called it. I mean, this man is just shooting out those arrows, and he's hitting the targets. We'll see if Gold Fury is the next move that they have in mind, as Poseidon has rotated over to make sure that that doesn't happen. With Kraken up, it's still something you got to watch out for, and Hog 3 is... Let's see, Hog 3 is available for...
Hunbats in a really awkward position here. He's going to jump over the wall right into 2 people, the taunt ready, having to use defensively his Fear No Evil, and to escape from that, but that was not what you wanted to have to do as a Hunbats. Using your ult defensively.
Hey, at least he got out of there alive. And that's really what it comes down to. It's less experience. It's no experience, no gold given to red team, and they're already ahead. Might as well go ahead and have 70 seconds, restart. Wow, wasted my ultimate, but you know what? I'm alive, and I'd rather have that be the case than, you know, die with my ultimate up and available.
Yeah, good guy Mark still having a tough time over here with some Wukong, taking a lot of poke damage. Wukong going under tower, going to go up into his cloud as he is prepared. He probably, I hope he's aware that Hunbat's ult is down, but he will just go ahead and fall slightly back in the lane. Doesn't care about that decoy. He is a very sad master. Can use his magic. Nope, not even going to bother clearing out the lane. He's going to deny experience to good guy Mark, is forced back now. His teleport is... Oh, the cudgel with the dash forward. Brilliant play there by Mango. I like that a lot. Now he's got to be super careful. Good guy Mark. Still in a dangerous spot. Yeah. If he can get another cudgel off, that's going to be one dead.
Pumbats is trying to rotate over there to help. They might have called it out as, right now, good guy Mark is in so much trouble, but the cudgel will miss as good guy Mark is still trying to back.
That back harassment is going to pay off in dividends. In spades.
Oh yeah, I mean he lost a ton of creeps. I mean the whole wave right there, all 6 creeps just went into tower, and he'll miss every single one of those as he's already behind in experience. So I mean he's behind 4 levels to a Sun Wukong that has, you know, 2 kills, and that's not normally just happening. As the 1v1 hunter battles, looks like that time that one went to Jess. They're
calling a Gold Fury on this blue team side, or was that red pinging it out? That's something I wish they would make a little bit more clear. Is who is pinging what. Circle protection goes out. It is going to save them from that, but not from the Kraken. Ice is taking a good bit of damage there. Circuit going on top of Rama. He is going to fall due to the poison damage, and not before that, the Spirit Ball will waste him away. Circuit skirting away from there with just a little bit of health left.
I would have liked to see the counter engagement as Circuit's poison did spread to Sylvanas and Poseidon. They had a chance. I just don't realize. I don't think they knew it spread. As Circuit did run away. Honestly, there would have been no healing. There would have been really nothing to do, and Red Team probably could have cleaned up those 2 kills. Rama just stood too close to the other team members as he had it on. They were trying to auto-attack away. He should have been telling his team, yo, get away, or, you know, I need to run away. He did have that poison and died and spread it. But Red Team didn't really notice it. Still up in the kills and still up in everything else in graph-wise, so they'll still maintain this 2,000 gold lead plus and this almost 5,000 experience that they've got right now. As this Sun Wukong, and most of that experience is over here on the right-hand side, as Sun Wukong is level 14 versus level 11 is the Bakasura 2-0 versus the 0-3 Baka, and this is not normally what you see happen to a Bakasura versus a warrior.
Not at all, but Sun Wukong has a fancy time. I think he's going to make his presence known as a very main soul laner again.
He's got that buff coming up in the next patch, and you know it's one of those gods that you don't see a lot of, so sometimes you don't necessarily know exactly how to do with it. As the Tiger Stance will just do a ton of damage on top of Nerat. He'll just have to back up, as that was almost half his HP, if more than half his HP right there. Oh, the Omega able to hit the hole. Whirlpool won't really do too much damage there. He'll go ahead and skate out. But yeah, I mean, the burst that Sun Wukong has, that's why that Tiger Stance and that Cudgel right afterwards can do a ton of damage. As Rama on the left-hand side, Jess is going to be just destroyed by 3 members.
He tried to go in on Best Ezreal, and it didn't work out. He rolled in, got the triple off, but he was not able to put on enough damage to really make the fight worth it. And then Isis and everybody else rotated, and that caused the death of him. Gold Fury going to be going to the red team now as Poseidon and them are doing the red buff. I don't think they'll be able to really get close enough and in position in time to use a Kraken. There goes Hunbat's throwing out the Fear No Evil. He's going to look for that. The Gold Fury is still up if they don't have a hog ready. Red team able to secure that for themselves. Hunbat's going to fall. So many deaths there. Hunbat's falls. Athena falls. Rama up in the air looking for the kill. Gonna find it. Bakasura now in range and starts shredding away on people, but the ball is great. And gets a kill. That's almost a deicide. The only person that is still alive is Rama, who just spawned. So a soft deicide there for the red team, putting them up 13-5 at 13 minutes into this game. So that's a kill a minute right now. And
yeah, honestly, it looks like that whole let's take the Gold Fury early, honestly, from the very beginning was kind of, you know, it seemed to be a crazy idea to start, and really just ended up putting them behind as they couldn't really get the XP. They got the gold, but they fell in behind in XP. I mean, if you can't really use the gold if you're behind in XP and you're not really getting the damage up. So.
Yep, I mean, the fact that it takes all 5 of you to get it is really what puts you behind, because you're not splitting up anything else very efficiently, and that makes it very rough where it comes to gaining levels. And in Smite, early levels are much more useful than early gold. Having your abilities leveled up, he's going to pay for it too. There it is, the bead's used. But
misses the cripple roll. There's the ultimate. Toss back into the wall. He'll go up. He'll just die. Never mind. At least his ultimate didn't go down. That's the one positive note. As if he would have gotten up, it would have just been a waste of the ultimate because the poison does do damage while you're in the air. So he still would have ended up probably dying right there, as that has happened to me, and it sucks. So they'll go ahead and take this left tower for free. But yeah, like you said, it takes so many people to do that gold field early on like that. Oh, the Kraken Ducky will come out and finding he's going to be in a little bit of a crazy spot.
He's dead.
Oh, the wisp!
The wisp.
How much HP? Oh, it did connect. Sylvanas had to be like, oh my gosh, please don't let this Scorpion get away. So Sylvanas able to pick up the kill on the Cirquette, who was so low in a very awkward spot. But they did get the tier 1 tower on the left-hand side.
Hunbat's kind of putting him in an awkward position, having to save him there. I think he was a little out of position going that far up. Athena could have landed a nice taunt with a good Spirit Ball. Rom would have just shredded his health that was, you know, not too tanky. But over on the right side, level 18 Mango versus the level 14 Mark.
Yeah, that's really a tough call. Bakasura from behind is not necessarily the easiest to play. Just can't really do anything. He's meant to get that early lead and to really snowball, and he hasn't been able to get that at all. So that's a testament to Mango being able to play against the Bakasura. And also getting some ganks and being able to work it out relatively well, as I mean, it's not easy to play against the Bakasura. A lot of people don't know how to do it. They get a little nervous. They're like, oh gosh, it's Baka. He's supposed to be this, you know, broken god. Make mistakes, and Bakas take advantage of it. But Mango just proven that he is not worried about it as the Tiger Stun comes out. And this should be another kill for Mango. But Baka able to get away. But the chase does continue.
Rampage.
Ouch.
Yeah,
that's just frustrating as the Bakasura, I would say. Hunbat's going to look to come over that wall. Is he going to bother to use his ultimate? There is his ult's down. If we can get a good Kraken here, they could possibly take him out, and that would be a good bit of money for them. But it's just so many abilities going to be used on one guy, and you really don't want to have to do that when you could have a team fight coming up any minute now, as the red team is pushing down the mid lane. Sun Wukong coming in from the right side of the jungle. Athena able to ult at any given time, so it's where do you dump your abilities right now? They just need to stay back and farm up and try not to die.
Yeah, when it comes to it, the late game will be... I think the late game is going to be more in favor of the blue team. Well, actually, you know what? The Kraken, now that I'm looking at the teams, honestly, they both got Rama, and Findings is on Cirquette. I honestly... Mango getting that early lead really kind of set the stage, as the mid game has just been in complete control of Red. And, I mean, I think it's going to come down, if they can survive this mid game, maybe coming down to just one big team fight at a Fire Giant, as Hoonbots will go in and try to take out Mango solo. But that's 7-level differential there, my friend, and you just wasted an ultimate, and now you have to run away. Red team knows this, and they'll engage on top of Poseidon in mid tier 2. Oh, there goes poor Sylvanas.
He's able to stay alive. Got 0 mana left. He's not able to really help anything with this fight. Oh my god, the stun balls. Rom's going up in the air. He's going to look for a cleanup kill on Hunbats. But not going to find it, as Hunbats just whipped behind the wall and stood around. Circle of protection used, going to heal them up. Now it's going to be the turnaround on top of Rom, who's going to fall from the last breath. Poison damage from the Cirquette.
Yeah, it will spread over to Omega. No big deal, though, as he'll back right here, and he'll go back, because there couldn't be any other, finishing up. But Cirquette Cirquette and Sun Wukong not done. Diving past the tier 2 on the left-hand side. Again, Mango level 20 right now. Just, whew, a handful to deal with, as that would be a free tier 2. And more likely, looks like they're going to go Gold Fury. Still under 20 minutes. The rest of the team Circuit and Rama not really completely online, so maybe a little early for that Fire Giant, but they'll go ahead and secure some more gold and XP on the map. Gold Fury. What did you think of Meerkat's idea of the Gold Fury scaling later in the game, not being worth as much early?
I like it. I mean, if they really want to start with the Gold Fury, they could, but Blue Team going to go immediately to a Fire Giant. They have a free fire if they don't realize that this is going on. Baka can burn it down very fast, as well as the help from Poseidon and Unbats. Red just seems like they're just finding this out. They're rushing over there as fast as they can, but they're not going to get there. Fire Giant's
Blue
gone.
Team really needed that. Yeah, they huge. Now they have to use the Fire Giant defensively and go ahead and use the next 3 minutes that they've got this, or 4 minutes, I should say, to their advantage and just farm and make sure they don't lose any team fights with it. At this point, it's really just getting yourself back into the battle. You lost Gold Fury right there, and you've lost most of your tier 2s. Just defend at your Phoenix and try to use it as a siege, as Neerat will have to help out Kraken with his ultimate. Again, just Neerat just 0-2, just hasn't been able to find the farm. Just level 13 versus the Circuit that's 5-3 at level 16. So Fire Giant will help out, but again, with the level differential, it's still going to be really tough for Blue to do anything. Total lazy back by Jeez.
He wasn't lazy backing, he was escaping.
Yeah.
He knew that they were coming over there. He's like, I gotta go now. I can't run. If I run, they're gonna catch me.
It's always one of those adrenaline situations where you're like, oh crap, am I gonna make this back? I see them coming. Crap. So.
Yep. Are they gonna actually hit their ability?
I mean, with Fire Giant, they could look to defend this tier 2 as, the siege is gonna start. Sun Wukong is in the back line over there just trying to cause some havoc.
They need to defend this very aggressively. They have to have a team fight work for them, and now is the greatest time to do it. There is the pool, there's the Kraken. Rama going up into the air looking to dish out the damage, but the weakening curse is just not there, and
Ubat's ultimate is back up, and he uses it to pretty good effectiveness, but it doesn't really look like... It just looks like the level differentials are still too high, as Blue Team only able to get 1, and Red able to kill 2 with Fire Giant, and that's relatively huge. They do successfully defend a tower, but at really what cost?
Athena ulting back in on Rama, so she's going to come back in full health, ready to tank up a tower and to do whatever is necessary to keep everybody alive. Now Red's just going to go ahead and back off. Sun Wukong is going to look at taking that mid-Phoenix, because, why
He should
not?
be able to solo relatively easily. I don't think Omega's going to be... well, actually, Sun Wukong not doing any damage to it, as he was pretty low. Surprisingly, I thought he was going to do a little bit more damage to that.
He already used his ult, so he was just trying to push up the wave as much as he could, and now Sylvanas going to have to defend that. Make sure that the Phoenix does not get threatened anymore. Sun Wukong backing. He's really built. He's working on his Titan's Bane now. Going to look to do a lot of damage. He's already got the Jotun's Wrath obviously completed. Eye to the Urchin has a couple stacks on it, so he is just super unkillable right now. Especially with his ultimate get out of jail free card. He's going to look to engage and really be the front line of this red team. The Athena is just going to look to protect and control for the back line. Sun Wukong is the biggest threat right now for the blue team because they can't burn him down and they can't get away from him and they can't ignore him. So that's the biggest problem that they have. Unless they figure out a way that they can zone him out or in some ways deal with his damage and annoyanceness, then they're just going to have to fight around him.
I mean, it really, like you said, it kind of almost looks like they're still delaying, their doom right here as they were able to successfully defend the left tier, but they still lost 2 members in that team fight. So unless they can, they've done decently getting this game. The longer the game lasts, the better chance blue team has because they'll obviously extend that experience, or that experience difference will become minimal. Then it's just going to come down to gold and items, but that's going to be more into team play as there is a 10,000 gold difference right now. Again, but with so many towers and objectives up on the board, if blue team can manage to get a wipe someplace, they can quickly catch up with several thousand gold being available in towers. But we'll see. Back on the left-hand side, this looks like the tower they want. Red team not shying away. Rama will go ahead and start that. Moonbots will go ahead and jump in. Fear no Evil used into the wall right there as Circuit gets the ultimate on top of her. Oh my god. Chess just got destroyed with that as the poisons will connect. But whew, barely able to live with Circuit out of that whole situation.
Circle protection used, and it was extremely critical in that particular engagement. It healed everybody back up to pretty much full health. And they're going to take down that tier 2. So Cat are going to fall back to base. They're going to look to set up for a fire giant. They're not going to let what happened last time happen again. I do believe Rom and Isis are going to go ahead and do this Gold Fury. Sun Wukong is going to head over that way, but I do believe they are going to look to go straight to fire giant this time instead of possibly letting Blue steal it again. See if they learn from their last mistake. Yep, they didn't even use Hog on it this time. They're going straight over to fire giant. Blue looking for the same type of tactic as they did last time. They're going to go with the wards. They do see the wards there, and red is now going to be collapsing. They might actually be waiting to bait it. They're hiding around the corner. If blue does not have any wards in this area, they could be in the very dangerous spot, but they will get spotted out here, especially as Sun Wukong makes his presence known by going in with a magic cudgel. Red possibly looking to just go ahead and engage, maybe to end this or get a few picks. They don't see Sylvanas as he is hiding in the backside, cleaning up the buffs as red side. And Athena going in with a taunt, but not going to find anything there. Isis opting, like, people can't quite decide if they want to go back to base or not.
Well, Rama will go ahead.
Sylvanas just chilling out there on that side. I think he's gonna look for a steal.
He does have Blink 1, so it is up and available, so if they do not see him back there. As if I was Rama, I would have been over there. But he's literally just hanging out on the other side, and they have no idea he is here. Circle protection is used. This is huge, as he needs to be smart about when he blinks in. There it is. There's the up, and there's the steal.
Oh, the steal just put it into range when he attempted to get it. It was a valiant attempt, but unfortunately, Sylvanas not quite able to handle that. Poseidon gonna fall here. Now Serket has landed. This is gonna be the end of blue team, as Rom and Boxer are trying to fight this Sun Wukong, but he's just so damn tanky. Now the siege begins.
Oh, Sun Wukong, Mystical Mail, and then he only has Hide of the Urchin attacks, and yet he just is that tanky naturally as his passive just kicks in. He's like, no, I get more protections and I get crit chance. I'm cool. I'm able to go ahead and stay here for a while, guys. It's all right. So he's just being a menace right now as a Sun Wukong.
Boxer and Rom going to be forced to defend the mid lane here, as red team's going to opt to push up the wave. Isis and Rom went back. They were a little bit low, and they wanted to go ahead and buy up some items. Work on completing their builds, as Rom does have his Rage done, and also he's got Iqbal, Executioner, Rage. He's going to be putting out a ton of damage. Very often, he's going to be putting a lot of low crits, but they're still crits. He's just going to be a monster. Athena, level 17. 18 on the Rom and Poseidon on the blue side. So they're just a level above the lowest on the red. Checking out the charts right now, you got a 16,000 gold difference and a 24,000 experience difference. Red has a massive lead right now, and they want to end it soon. If they don't, they do risk blue having the chance to come back. I mean, Bakasura still has a chance to come online. And if he is able to get farmed enough,
is ridiculous. But the build object right now, he went Ichabod. Now it looks like he's going to those gauntlets, which typically is going to lead into Devos. Not really sure where that's going to be going. As looking for a little bit more sustain. I got you there, buddy. But honestly, your Bakasura, you need to just be shredding people with attack speed at this point and just going through.
Yeah, if he can get to the point where he can sustain himself in a fight against the Sun Wukong, then Bakasura will be the man they need to just start engaging on the Sun Wukong and get him in some ways dealt with, so that way the rest of the team can focus on everybody else.
Yeah, but they'll have to live through this Phoenix push, and that is not happening right now, as the mid Phoenix is 50%. Looking to stay right there, as no more pressure going down. Mango just going through the right-hand side there, just starting to pick people off as the monkey will just teleport around. And
he's looking to go on the back line. If Poseidon and them were in the backside, Mango was going to go on Poseidon and just force everybody to turn around. That would free up the fight on the Phoenix. They would take the Phoenix down, then they turn their attention to Sun Wukong in the back line. But right now, everybody forced out of the Phoenix range. They're going to take out the Sylvanas as he's going to fall. Now they're going to turn their attention to the left Phoenix. Go ahead and clean them all up. Get the Titan to its lowest possible health and defenses. And then just clean up the game. Left Phoenix already gone.
Yeah,
Wukong's knocked out of his Tiger stance, trying to get the Poseidon. Baka used his ult on the right side, but he will fall, getting very little damage onto Cirquette as she just skates on out of there, and now the Titan's going to start taking the damage. 75%, the circle protection out, trying to keep everybody healthy. Kraken going off, but the circle popping did a ton of damage, and they were just able to clean that up. Red team, 26-7. Very well played by them.
Yeah, definitely a good game over there. They had complete control, yeah, even with that early blue team Gold Fury, which was I thought it was going to be interesting to see how that played out, and just didn't go in the favor of blue team that way. As soon as it happened, the team red team was on top of all of it and was like, nope, we're going to take all your buffs, we'll take all your camps, we're going to get more XP than you, and after we do all that, we're just going to roll. And that's kind of what ended up happening. So,
yep, definitely ended up happening there. So 8-0, Mango on the Sun Wukong. Very, very well played. Starting with a heavy hammer. Did he start with a heavy hammer? I did not really pay that much attention to that particular moment. I didn't think he did. I thought he had a bluestone. He sold that for a heavy hammer late game.
Yeah.
Because Sun Wukong would not have been able to sustain that lane as well as he did without a bluestone. As much as he needs to use his abilities to clean up. But I like that build. The Mystical Mail. Going boots, then into Mystical Mail, into Jotuns, into the Hide of the Urchin with the Titan's Bane. He gets a lot of damage. He's more for control and sustain, and just worried about absorbing a lot of abilities, really being an annoyance for the other team. And he did just that. He started rotating around, being everywhere at once, and made it really happen for the Reds. For the Reds.
Yeah, it was really a lot of all about Sun Wukong just able to really not let Bakasura get up there, and then findings on Cirquette able to do a lot as well. 8-3 on that character was really efficient, and the gang's able to get several kills early on, keep herself ahead, and Nearat was never able to get up there as he was 0-6. Sadly, Donuts on the kills aspect, and good guy Mark was able to pick up 1 kill, but also died 7 times as well. So just weren't really able to get the kills and the farm early on that blue team needed.
Well, that wraps up for this final game of the COG Academy. Thank you all so very much for joining us. We will be back next week with more. Next week is going to be about silver and gold. So if you are looking to get some help with your play and learning how to better improve yourself, we will be spectating those games, me and some analysts, and we will be giving out advice as best we can for the lovely people to help themselves improve and, generally speaking, work their way up the ranked system. That'll be starting next week. If you haven't done that yet, go to cognitive-gaming.com, hit up the forums, and you will see the sign-up form there. It will end tomorrow. I will close it, and we will try to see how many people we have and see what we can work with. But, again, thanks for watching. That is it for me. I am Demon Machine. Freight Train was my co-caster. Have a good evening, and we'll be back Monday. Yay! All done.